Good morning. Let me turn down my music a little bit. It's just jazz, so y'all. Good morning. It's Earth. Happy Thursday. What's going on? Put something on my camera. Good morning, y'all. I hope everybody's been doing their positive affirmations. How's everybody doing today? Happy Thursday, y'all. What's going on? How's everybody's day going? So far. How's everybody's day going? I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit more. Hi. I know y'all see my topic is always broad. And it says, what do you think? What do you think? Y'all come on in here. I'm gonna make me a nice cup of tea. Okay? Give me a minute, y'all. Some nice soothing jazz. Might give me some more honey. Good morning, y'all. I'm listening to my old jazz a little bit. I ain't want to turn it up too loud. But ain't no words, you know what I'm saying? But you never know if they have copyright on jazz music. But have everybody been doing their positive affirmations? I hope so. I just want to say, oh, my bad. My phone fell. My phone fell, y'all. But what do y'all think? Do you actually think that, well, do you think, not do you actually think, let me just say that. Do you think that we as people dealing with trauma can get over trauma? And if we can get over the trauma, what necessary steps should we be taking? I'm only asking that because I think I've dealt with a lot of trauma. And I guess I was maneuvering through my life with trauma. So that's how I operated. So I operated out of trauma. You know what I mean? And for me, that weighs a little heavy. You know what I mean? So I did go to a therapist. You know, a lot of people are opposed to going to talk to someone, but at first I think I was too. That's why I dealt with dealing with in my trauma for so long. You know what I'm saying? I'm like half a century now, so there's times I feel like to get my life right. Hey, Miss Rodriguez, how you been doing? How are you doing? Are you out of the hospital? Good morning, TC. I just woke up to a post of the truth venting about what was done to him by his ex. It's sad. I feel so bad for him. Yeah, me too. You know what I'm saying? Because the truth is a good guy. And only, I don't want to call nobody out their names, period, but only a person with malice intent would do the things that they've done to that man. And that's just how I feel. No one has to agree with it. No one has to like it. But I just feel like our brother has dealt with a lot. He's lost a lot. But he basically got through that, right? So I feel like now that it's over, it should be over. People don't know what they do or how they will trigger you for your trauma. We don't know if this is a trauma for him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's never dealt with this before. I know that he hasn't. Okay, you're home. Okay. After I left my husband, I went to Miss Rodriguez. Miss Rodriguez, my sister. I did too. After I got my divorce, I knew that was the first thing. Once I filed, it was like, I need to go see somebody. Because I didn't want to keep going through that same cycle of, of trauma. And I felt like every relationship that I got in was typical. I can't say the word this morning. Typical. Forgive me. It's morning. But typically. Okay, there it goes. Hi, Miss Lou. How you doing? Typically. Hey, Auntie. I see you in here, but I know you just come in here and see me or whatever. But typically, the relationships will be the same if you're dealing in trauma. It's like, if you're dealing in trauma, and it depends on what type of trauma you're dealing with, sometimes you attract the same type of people. Even though you be trying to change it up or do this, if you're dealing in trauma, it's pretty much, to me, it's always going to kind of be the same. It's like you're not going to be into any healthy relationships until you get yourself healthy. Over the process of me going to therapy, you know what I mean? Over that process of me going to therapy, I had to learn myself. One of the first questions my therapist asked me was, who was I? Who am I? And I started giving her this, I'm a strong black woman that, do this, do that. She said, no, but who are you? You know what I'm saying? That's just what your character, but you're saying that's your character, but who are you? Like, honestly, who do you think you are? And guess what? I couldn't answer it. I said, dang, I guess I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I guess I don't know. Miss Lucy, you said you bet that marijuana will help with trauma. You know what? As an advocate, you know what I'm saying? Me, myself. It mellows. It does mellow you out. It helps with other things. But it does give you some kind of calming. I'm not saying it's for everybody because everybody can't take that. Yeah. I won't get addicted. Exactly. It's just a calming mechanism. Hey, Charles. Thank you for coming in here. Happy Thursday. I just feel like sometimes we have to make sure that at this point in our life, because of the way the world is going, And I don't own the rights to this jazz music, but I don't have any music that it shouldn't be getting dinged. But if it do, y'all make sure y'all share this live. Hit the like button, hit the hearts. If you want to donate to the channel, you can. I have a store button up there. However you want to donate, you can, right? But I think when you deal in trauma, oh no, Charisse. I don't know if they meant me or what. They said Charisse. That's not my name, but okay. But sometimes when you deal in trauma, it's hard for you to, it's hard for your mind to have healthy thoughts. Let me just say that. For me, it was. So I'm just going to speak on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to speak on everyone else. I just need to speak on me today. You know what I'm saying? So when I dealt in my trauma, it was hard for me to have healthy thoughts. Even though how much I tried, it was like some negativity always came in there some type of way. He was a true narcissist with every last trait there is and was. Abusive, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. It was hard, but therapy really helped me get through so I could take care of my son. I'm glad you got out of that situation, Miss Rodriguez. I really am. Everybody can take it. Exactly. Everybody can take it. Know your limit. You have to mentally want to survive. And that's where I was, Miss Lou. Sis, that's where I was. I swear. I almost felt myself breaking down. And trust me, all along the way, I had God with me. All along the way, I had God with me, right? So I know that He never left me. So sometimes because the relationship was so bad at the end of it, maybe the last year, it was really bad. Like we wasn't even sleeping in the same bed. So that's why I didn't want to maneuver my life like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? It was almost like I had become adopted, or I had got used to us not communicating for weeks, because my ex could stay mad for weeks. That was so uncomfortable to be in the same space with someone and y'all not communicating. So my kids was my motivator. My kids was. So even though they were grown, they didn't want me to be in a situation to where I was basically going into a depression, and that's what I was going into. A depression. And every day for about the year, God was basically my therapist, even though I know I needed to get a real one. He was like my therapist, because on my lunch breaks, I would have to get out, and my lunch break was maybe about an hour. So what I used to do is get in my car and just talk to God, because I know that He's not going to put me into nothing that He know that I wasn't going to be able to handle. Yeah, I can handle it, but you know, the human flesh, sometimes we get weak. We get weak and we get vulnerable. And sometimes when we're in our vulnerable states, sometimes we make the biggest mistakes of our... We do. We can make the biggest mistakes. I'm not going to say like regret things, but it's a learning mechanism. We have to learn how to maneuver through this thing called life. And we're going to make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But if we're healthy with our thinking, the mistakes are going to be very slim to few. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm coming with it. When he walked into the kitchen window looked at me and said, "Why is dirt on the kitchen window?" Oh, sis, I got some stories too. Yes, Miss Lou, you have to want to live and love unto a healthy lifestyle. And I thank God for that motivation to to be open to seek help. Yes, yes. So that's where I was. I felt myself going into a depression. And basically, after going to therapy, guess what? I realized that I was depressed. I was depressed when I started telling her everything, because let me tell you something. When you get ready to go to therapy, you have to really be vulnerable and open to talking freely about everything. You know what I'm saying? Because basically, if you sugarcoat a lot of stuff, you're not going to get the results that you need, or you're not going to get the results that you want to move forward. You know what I'm saying? If you're not telling your therapist everything, I feel like if you're open with your therapy, you'll start growing, and you'll start living more healthier, and you'll start healing. Healing doesn't come overnight, y'all. It does not come overnight, so you're not going to be healed overnight, okay? But you do have to take the necessary steps day by day to work on yourself. Every day, as long as you living, you can work on yourself. I'm a stubborn person. I admit that. You know what I'm saying? I admit that I am very stubborn. I made that tea just right. It's cold here in Georgia, y'all. It's like 45 degrees, so that's why I got my long sleeve shirt. It's like 45 degrees because it's cold in my house. And it's just cold. Exactly. You have to be open in order for the therapy to work. Exactly. I did therapy for 2 years. Now, the first year, I was going once a week. Once a week. I needed to see her every week because I was just that banged up. And realized, hi, Xavier, how are you doing? Xavier's brain, how are you doing? Hey, godson, what's going on? I hope you've been studying and doing what you normally do. Miss Lou said, I don't like to call it depressed. It's when you got the answers. I always pray for strength because it helps me get through until God is ready. Exactly. Hey, Miss Denise, how you doing? But I would call it depression because I did go into a depression. I had all the symptoms, and I found out that I suffer from anxiety. Like, I could have an anxiety attack, and whatever that looks like, it's sporadic. It's really sporadic. I have sporadic thoughts, so sometimes I still will have anxiety. That's just something that I have, you know what I mean? And I'm working on it, you know what I'm saying? I have to be able to maintain a healthier lifestyle, but in order to do that, I'm going to realize or understand that I'm going to have flaws, and a person with flaws that's trying to heal, or with anxiety, or suffering from depression, you have to make sure that sis, I see you in. You said marijuana is the answer. You know, that's a subject for off. You know what I'm saying? I might take that to the Intimate Chronicles. We might can talk about that more, Ms. Lou, on the Intimate Chronicles. But I just want to make sure that moving forward, I'm understanding myself a little more. Yes, I'm going to have days to where I mess up. I have to allow, and this is one thing my therapist told me. Because I'm the type of person, because I have OCD too. So on top of that, I have anxiety, I have OCD, but my depression, I don't have depression anymore. So I would deal with my OCD, because my OCD is like a cleaning mechanism, OCD. So it's not that bad. But when I realized that the problems that I wanted to fix, and I wanted to be healthier, and I wanted to move forward, and like I was saying, my therapist told me, because I always am a person that if I see something out of place, I'm going to fix it. And if it's not lined up correctly, you know, something goes off in my brain. I don't know. So with that being said, what I do is I make sure that I give myself grace. And that was one thing that my therapist told me. She said, let me tell you something. You're not going to get it right all the time. So you have to give yourself grace to make the mistakes. Like, y'all, we got to give ourselves grace. And I see a lot of us don't do that. I feel like sometimes when we make mistakes, it's like we're so hard on our own self for making the mistake instead of saying, you know what? I messed up. I gotta forgive myself for messing up. And whoever you messed up with, you have to basically apologize and hope that they forgive you for the mistake that you made. You get what I'm saying? Everything is not gonna be perfect, y'all. We're gonna have to realize that walking or dealing in trauma is not healthy. It's not healthy for our bodies either. It's not healthy for our minds. I think that when we deal in trauma and we don't get the help that we need, that's when all the other obstacles come in as far as the depression. You know what I mean? But me as a person, I want to live my life going forward, moving forward, being more healthier. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to make sure that, I just don't want to, I just don't want to live unhealthy with unhealthy thoughts. So that's why I got the help that I needed. You know what I mean? And every day is a learning process. Every day you're going to be growing. Every day you're going to be learning. You get what I'm saying? So you just have to make sure that you're on the right page. You know what I'm saying? That you're on the right track as far as getting healthier. Hopefully your mind is much better. Hopefully that once you get the therapist that you need, you basically be honest and open to get the help. Yeah. Hold on, I'm sorry, I had... That's okay, Miss Lou. That's all right. But yes, I want everybody to make sure that they're doing their positive affirmations, right? Make sure that you're doing your positive affirmations like this. Sometimes I listen to this jazz. It helps centers me sometimes. I like the music. Or I like listening to the meditation, warm or rain sometimes help it. Just listen to the rain or being on a beach. So I like the water. So I'll stay on the beach as well. So, but that's why I asked the question, what do y'all think? Do you think that people who operate in trauma can live healthier lives? What y'all think? People who deal in trauma every day, like who kind of by the way they act that they're dealing in trauma. Do you think that they can live healthy lives dealing with trauma? Personally, this is my opinion. You can walk and deal in trauma, right? However, it's not going to be healthy. Your thoughts not going to be healthy. It may work for you for a minute, but then it's like what you're doing to your body when you deal in trauma. What you're doing to your mind. You know what I'm saying? You want to have an open mind to a lot of different situations. So y'all got to really think about that. I wasn't going to be on here long. I just wanted to know what y'all thought and did y'all think that dealing in trauma every day, living in trauma is healthy? Could you maneuver? What do you think? Do you think people can maneuver dealing in trauma every day? Or do you think that living a more healthier lifestyle, especially in your mind and your body, is best for you. You know? What y'all think? I'll let a couple of good songs play. Also, y'all go vote for your girl. You see that they got me in this contest to be featured on a magazine cover. Plus, it's a cash prize, and then it's a cash prize too. But just vote for your girl. Y'all can vote every day. It's a free. You can vote every day. It's free to vote every day. But I just feel like our community of people, we don't reach out and we don't get the help that we need because we're so embarrassed of what people are going to think about us about going to therapy. I feel like that's at this old age that I'm at. I feel like that's ridiculous. If it's going to be something that's going to help me grow into a better person, to make healthier and better decisions for myself, I'm willing to bow down and do that. You know what I'm saying? To be more healthier. So this is what I think. I think if you're dealing in trauma, I think that you should go talk to somebody. I don't think that you should stay in the trauma that you're dealing with, because sometimes people have trauma from childhood. It could be their middle age trauma. It could be a death that's causing trauma. But I want you to be able to focus enough on yourself, because sometimes you have to be selfish and focus more on you. There's nothing wrong with being selfish and focusing on you to be a healthier person. I have, if you go to my page, if you go to my, my wall or whatever, all you have to do is hit that picture or whatever, and then it'll show you how to go log in. I think a lot of people have been saying Facebook been making them log in again. But if you know your password and everything, just go vote there. You can do it every day free. You can vote every day, once a day for free. So, that way, yeah. When I get triggered or sad or depressed, I listen to good music, all kinds of music. And my mind clears and starts feeling refreshed again. Yes. Yes. Especially, I like jazz too. So, it's soothing. It's calming. You know what I'm saying? Music is one of the things I will listen to too when I'm feeling, when I feel like I may be gonna have an anxiety attack or something. You know what I'm saying? Or just to get my mind clear so I can get back focused and centered, I may listen to music. Sometimes I sit here and listen to nothing. Sometimes you have to listen to quietness to hear a lot of stuff. Sometimes God may be trying to speak to you, and you need to hear that sometime, right? So you just have to make sure that you're doing all the things that you need to be doing. Hey, Brewski, what's going on? I see you jumped in here. I'm going to speak. Good morning. Yes, we are important enough to do a self-care. Yes. Sometimes you have to, let me say something. When I had to sit in myself for that year and a half, when I had to sit in myself, like I told you, I didn't like what I saw. And it's an ugly thing, but sometimes people, because of their pride and their ego, they don't get the help that they need, or because of their pride and their ego, they don't want to admit that they're wrong in some situations, and that's not right. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to put that pride and that ego to the side. If you want to live better and you want better for yourself, and you know that you want better for yourself, you got to let that pride and ego go. Like, that's why, I don't try to be on here doing too much of bashing. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to bash another person in that particular area. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all in here and y'all know about our sector, I don't do that. Because I had to look at where I came from as a person. If I was still dealing my trauma, yeah, I might, you know what I'm saying? I might have still been, you know, a little bullyish or negative, but I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, where I'm trying to go in life, I don't think it's really too much for negativity. So, in order to get where I need to be and do my goals, I have to operate in healthiness. And that's just it. You look good, beautiful, love, man. Thank you, baby. But, yeah. So, y'all, that's pretty much it. That's all I really had to say. I said I wasn't going to be on here that long, so I'm not going to be on here that long. I got some stuff to do here. But I just wanted to chit-chat because I didn't go live yesterday. And I usually do a Wednesday one, but I'm giving y'all one today. And I just want all y'all to remember to do your positive affirmations, okay? I want y'all to have a beautiful Thursday. Always take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mind and your body. They say the body is your temple. That's pretty much right. Because what you put into your body can have you thrown off for the whole day. I'm just saying. And sometimes you do have to incorporate some healthy things. You have to incorporate some healthy things. And that's just the way I see it. So, do your positive affirmations. Thank you, Ms. Rodriguez. You have a wonderful day as well. And I will be getting back with y'all soon. I'm going to try to come on tomorrow morning. But if I don't, I'll give y'all one over the weekend. Usually I don't do lives on the weekend because, you know what I mean, I be pretty much recording, trying to put stuff on my vlogging page. So I still got some editing to do. You know, content creating is not, you know what, people be thinking it's easy. Oh, let's turn on the camera and just, sometimes it takes time, especially if you vlog too, because you have to edit videos, and sometimes that's a task within itself, and then uploads, and you may want to do this and do something special. So that's why I don't go live on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? I may come in and speak real quick, but yeah. But I want everybody to do their positive affirmations. I'm gonna stop rambling now. I want y'all to have a good day, okay? Peace, your girl is there.